My God, I hate trucks.
We have another breaking news. A strong earthquake hits parts of Mindanao. We now talk to FIVOX Director, Undersecretary Renato Solidum. Good afternoon, sir, and thank you for taking our call.
Good afternoon.
Sir, can you give us an update? Ayon sa USGS, may kalakasan ng lindol doon sa Mindanao. Can you give us details on just how strong the earthquake was?
Well, the magnitude was estimated to be between 7.0 to 7.2. Major earthquake, but the epicenter of the earthquake was on the seaside, southeast of General Generoso, Davao Oriental. The depth was 49 to 90 kilometers, as estimated. The depth of the earthquake would tell us that the tsunami that it can generate might not be very high, but just for precaution, we need to make sure that people avoid the beaches in the areas of Davao Oriental, Davao del Sur, Davao Occidental, Sarangani. Most likely, this should be finished early on if there is a threat, but we need to be employing precautionary measure. Now, the shaking intensity in southern Mindanao was that strong because the earthquake was offshore. General Santos reported the intensity at 4.
Okay, so it's 7 to 7.2, sir, pero ang sinasabi ninyo, sa seaside siya nangyayari. So, ano ang expectations natin, or have you already received possible information on just, kumbaga, ano po ang naramdaman on land ng mga residente?
Well, intensity 4 in General Santos, I don't have the details for the other cities. Our main concern now would be for people to avoid the beach in the provinces that I mentioned.
Okay, have we identified, sir, specific shores, lalo na yung mga specific areas na kailangan
Shoreline
po talaga?
po ng Davao Oriental, Davao Occidental, Davao del Sur, and Sarangani.
Okay. May official tsunami warning na po bang
The tsunami
inilabas?
advisory po yan ang ginagamit natin. Pag tsunami warning, then evacuation is needed. Pag tsunami advisory, people along the beach should avoid the beach.
Sir, kapag ganito po kalakas na earthquake, are we expecting possible aftershocks? And ano po ang expectations dapat ng mga tao po na nandun sa Mindanao ngayon?
Well, aftershocks can happen, but again, the epicenter is offshore, so the shocks might not be felt very strongly.
Okay. So lastly, sir, information on any possible damage and possible assistance?
We have to wait for any information from the ground. You can contact the Office of Civil Defense for this.
Okay, thank you very much, FIVOX Director Renato Solidum, giving us an update on the estimated 7 to 7.2 magnitude earthquake in Mindanao. Kakapangyari lang po niyan kanina, and as Director Solidum mentioned, ang epicenter po ay sa seaside. So right now, residents in Mindanao are advised to avoid shorelines dahil po sa maaaring tsunami na ma-experience doon. With just 3 days away from New Year's Day, stranded passengers are still waiting to get a ride to provinces at the Araneta bus terminal in Cubao. Our Rex Remitio reports live. Rex, what's the situation there?
More than 200 passengers might be welcoming the new year at the Araneta bus terminal. Several bus companies have canceled their trips to the Visayas region due to Usman. It is now a low-pressure area after it became a tropical depression and is now hovering over the Visayas region after it hit land in eastern Samar. Some bus drivers are saying that it will be too dangerous for them to cross the strait or the seas between northern Samar and Sorsogon. And some roads in other provinces might also be too slippery for them to traverse on. That's why some bus companies are willing to offer refund for travelers or rebook their trips on a later date. Some passengers that we talked to are dismayed. They cannot spend the New Year's Eve with their loved ones. They're thinking about returning to the terminal right after the celebrations. Others, meanwhile, are still willing to wait and spend their New Year's Eve at the terminal. They say they already have their loads of luggage with them and their homes are still far from here. It will be inconvenient for them to bring their things out of the terminal and then come back. But what they're saying is that what's important is for them to spend time with their families and friends, whatever it takes. Ina.
Thank you, Rex. That was Rex Remito reporting live from the Araneta bus terminal in Cubao. 3 people were killed in a landslide in San Francisco, Legazpi City just this morning. The Legazpi City Disaster Risk Management Office says when the landslide occurred, the victims were inside their home along with 10 other family members who were able to get out but got hurt. The landslide came after heavy rains brought on by Tropical Depression Usman. Usman weakens into a low-pressure area after making landfall in Borongan, Eastern Samar earlier today. All tropical cyclone warning signals were lifted, but Pag-asa warns moderate to heavy rains will continue over the regions of Calabarzon, Mimaropa, and Bicol, and the province of Aurora. Light to moderate rains, meanwhile, are expected over Metro Manila, Central Luzon, and the Visayas. We now talk to Cedric Daep, the head of the Albay Public Safety and Emergency Management Office. Good afternoon, sir, and thank you for taking our call.
Good afternoon, Ina.
Sir, kamusta po ang lagay ng panahon dyan ngayon? LPA na, pero ang nakarating po sa amin ay tuloy pa rin ang pag-ulan at ang pagbaha po dyan?
Tuloy-tuloy pa rin dito ang pag-ulan dahil siyempre affected kami ng amihan. Sa Southern Luzon, especially ang Eastern Seaboard, affected ng amihan. Even prior to the tropical depression, talaga malakas na po ang ulan dito.
Ano po na ang update doon sa mga landslide victims, sir? So meron pong 3 na namatay daw po kaninang umaga, nadagdagan po ba ito? Or nakapag-evacuate na rin po ba? Dahil maaari pa rin may dangers na dulot ng landslide.
May landslide sa Manito, sa Tiwi, sa Legazpi. In fact, sa Tiwi, hindi possible yung road going to Camarines Sur because of landslide. Ito lang talaga ang hindi nakaligtas yung isang pamilya, pero nakaligtas yung 10 nilang kasama sa bahay. Dahil ito talaga tulog na ayaw talaga gumising daw. Yun.
At dahil tuloy-tuloy pa rin po, sir, ang pag-ulan dyan, kamusta po ang evacuation? Dahil mahalaga po na, siyempre, to prevent other tragedies, malikas na po muna.
Yeah, evacuated naman. Nagdagdag lang kami ng evacuation ngayong araw because of flood. Kasi may mga areas na tumas pa yung tubig. Kaya may mga evacuation activities kami doon sa areas na tumas pa yung tubig. Pero yung lahar namin evacuated din kahapon, ginubatan. Sa flood may mga evacuation kami kahapon, Legazpi, sa Tabaco, Malinaw, Libon, Manito. Ngayon, nagdagdag pa rin kami ng evacuation. Pero yung sa threshold namin sa landslide, binago namin. Dati kasi 240 ang landslide. Ganun din sa ibang areas. Evacuated at 180. Ngayon yung San Francisco, first time na na-document namin yung landslide yan at 167 millimeters. So definitely, may adjustment kami sa landslide evacuation or criteria na dapat 130 millimeters pa lang na cumulative rainfall evacuated sa San Francisco area.
Huli na lang po, sir, meron po ba kayong mga pangangailangan na gusto niyo pong hingin from the national government, if any?
Yun ang pag-uusapan namin mamaya. Kasi sa ngayon, magmi-meeting kami na nag-1 o'clock mamayang hapon. And then, magdi-declare, titingnan namin kung kailangan namin mag-declare ng state of calamity immediately. And then, i-identify namin yung need based on na nakita naming situation.
Okay,
assessment ng capacity namin.
Marami pong salamat, Cedric Daep, Head of the Albay Public Safety and Emergency Management Office. The United States was not spared from Mother Nature's... No one's telling me. Okay. Anong magnitude? Wow. The United States was not spared from Mother Nature's wrath this year, from raging wildfires to snow across the south to 2 major hurricanes. This has been another year of costly disasters. Natasha Chen has a look at some of 2018's most destructive weather events in the region.
This looks like a war zone.
In January, heavy rain fell on the burn scar left behind by what was then the largest wildfire